It'd be really cool, get a PR manager and a data scientist. Do you know how the two of you collide in some weird pathways? I don't know. What do you think?
Might be interesting to hear from a CFO and around how do you actually build a business case, or from a data scientist who's got a brilliant idea who hasn't been listened to so far, or a data scientist who has been listened to, and what are the things that made the project successful? Because you can't do this in a dark room and hope people notice. You know, the best analytics comes to the surface and gets used. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just an algorithmic model that sits in the background. I think the community itself, Tom, if we look at the makeup of that, interestingly, though, 65% are actual C-suite and above.
Yeah.
Therefore, that suggests we've only got 35% practitioners. So I wonder if, A, we're not attracting enough practitioners, or the people who are most interested and spending their time at events are the CEOs and the CFOs and the C-suite, or maybe data science has made it to the C-suite. It'd be really interesting to hear a range of perspectives at a range of abilities and a range of levels, as suggested by the community, about interviewing people suggested by others, not that we pick ourselves. That might be a good representative view of our audience, or who we should be talking to.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree, because when I look at everything people I want to speak to, I go on calls with people and get carried away, because I think like we've said, there's so many angles, there's so many routes we can go. And this is just the start, I've got a feeling. It's really growing, and the values behind it are always going to be the user experience and engagement. So how do we get to these people? And like we said, the 65% C-suite of the audience, great. But maybe we create a bit of, what's the right word, proactive disagreement. Maybe it's a community, and we want to interview you with this new series to welcome you, engage you, excite you, and bring new perspectives from the most crazy, ludicrous ideas, whether it's within space engineering or right through to VR or AI in sports, VR combined with gaming. There's lots of avenues, but now bringing it back to what we're doing, I think you've summed it up perfectly. We want someone that's going to bring a new discussion, and how we can bring these people together to create new ideas and stick, like you said, a chief data officer in a room with a junior cloud engineer. These kind of situations create big change, and it's what I love.